And we're live again on Facebook. Hey, everybody, good afternoon. Happy Thursday. My name is Andy, and this is the Thursday happy hour with the one and only Mario Quintero from the One Stop Shop, or Mr. Clear to Close, as we've been starting to say. Folks, for those of you watching us for the first time, we do this show with Mario Quintero every single Thursday at the 4 o'clock hour, sometimes 4, sometimes 4:15. Welcome, Nelson. Welcome, John, and people starting to come into the mix here for the one-stop shop. But you know, most of the shows we do, we have so much content that we really don't get a chance to answer all of your questions. So Mario had a fantastic idea. He's like, Andy, I got all these questions that people have asked over the last couple of months. Why don't we do a show just addressing the questions? Brilliant idea. So today's show is not going to be on any particular topic, but it's going to be like a mix and mash. So these questions are basically the questions that you guys have been asking, and Mario is going to take the time to go over them. We are live, so if you have any questions that you want Mario to answer, just go ahead and post them on the chat, post them on the comments there, and we will get to them. So how you been, man? It's been a good week?
It's been a good week. I just got back from vacation, had a good 5 days in New York, and some good family time.
And Mario, we usually do the show together, but I see that today we have some friends.
Yeah, we got 6 peacocks hanging outside the window here.
If you guys hear any noises, baby crying, there's no babies here. The peacocks are making noise outside. So it is a live format, folks. Welcome, Shelly. Welcome, Mario, Juan Merida, Anson. Wow. Mario, first question. I want to buy my mother's home. She has a reverse mortgage, and I have a small amount of cash available. The home needs various repairs. Is there a loan available for this kind of purchase?
Yes, there is. And for this kind of purchase where there's some damage in the house and it needs some repairs, there's a program called an FHA 203K, which is better known as a renovation loan.
Okay.
And it goes by the same guidelines as the normal FHA program. And what happens is that once you qualify for a total amount, they will give you a portion of that qualification to do the repairs.
Oh, okay.
Based on the after repair value. So once everything, they come in, they appraise the home, and they project once these particular items are repaired, let's say the roof and some of the cosmetic work that needs to be done, the renovations, then the appraiser will note that once these things are taken care of, the home will be worth this much. Excellent. And so the loan is based on that value as far as the loan to value. And then if the person qualifies, they can get a maximum amount of up to 95% of the loan to value, with part of it going to the initial mortgage and the other part towards renovation.
Very, very interesting.
It's a great program for people that are looking to buy homes that need work.
Awesome, awesome. Folks, if you're just tuning in, my name is Andy within South Florida. We're here with Mario Quintero on the One Stop Shop every Thursday at 4 o'clock. And we're answering questions that have been asked in the past in other sessions, other video broadcasts. If you have any question that you would like Mario to answer today, please leave a comment in the chat. Ask us live. Mario, second question. In a purchase situation using an as-is contract, can the buyer request a credit or reduction of price after the inspection period is over?
So you can ask for a reduction in price or a credit after the inspection period is over, but the seller has no obligation to give it to you.
So you could ask whatever you want.
You could ask whatever you want, but they don't need to give it to you. Now, this happened to us recently on a listing where the buyer's realtor dropped the ball, and they basically waited till the day after the inspection period to ask for a credit at closing.
Okay.
The seller denied, and then in order to have some good faith, we came up with a small number that would work for everybody, and we were able to salvage the deal. But you only have available the inspection period, well, the initial contract negotiation,
right,
the inspection period, which could be anywhere from as little as 5 days to 15 days during that period, and then when the appraisal comes in, you have another chance to negotiate. What happened in this case was that the appraisal came in at the contract price, so there was nothing to negotiate there.
Right.
And fortunately, the seller decided in good faith to give some kind of credit. It wasn't what they were asking for,
Right.
but the seller was willing to walk away if they didn't
Sure. To close the deal.
to close the deal.
You know.
Correct. But yes, that's the only time that you can really legally ask for a credit or a reduction in price.
Want to welcome Argentina McKay to the broadcast. Maddie Hung. I want to welcome Miss Betty Pace to the broadcast. A lot of people on today. I guess people are used to your 4 o'clock show.
Well, we're starting to announce it early too. Remind people there's so much going on.
And Mario, I cannot help to look at the peacocks that are outside the window. They're actually looking at our broadcast as well. Folks, you have to see this. Is there a mortgage program that does not require an appraisal?
No, all mortgage programs require an appraisal. However, we do have a lender that we use that in most cases outside of Dade County, it very rarely happens in Dade County because of the way values are here, but we've had situations recently both in Cape Coral, and we're working on a condominium purchase right now in Broward County in Fort Lauderdale, where once we submit and we get the DU approval, the computer and the lender's automated underwriting system have selected that no appraisal is needed. So it saves the client the cost of the appraisal. However, the lender has the right to change their mind at any point until we get the clear to close. So even though we're tracking so far as no appraisal, they do have the right to order an appraisal. But so far, in the 2 recent situations that we've had, that the automated system says no appraisal required, it's gone right through the end.
Automated system in real estate and mortgage transactions.
Yes, sir.
I think that's a good topic for a future broadcast.
And in these cases, it saved the borrowers $475 towards their closing costs because we didn't need an appraisal.
You know, as a company, we're getting involved in AI and artificial intelligence, and I know that it's going to apply to multiple industries. I wonder how it's going to affect your industry.
Hey, Maritza.
Hey, Maritza, how are you? Maritza sent a text message.
Okay.
So the next question, how soon can I do a cash out mortgage of an investment property that I plan to buy for cash? That's a good one.
So again, we have a new program where one day after you close on the investment purchase for cash, we can do an 80% loan to value cash out refinance.
Nice.
Now, the only thing that could delay that process a little bit is in Dade County right now, it's taking a little bit of time to record the deeds on the purchase. So until we get that, we can process the whole loan, but until we get that recorded deed back from the county that says that this is the legal owner that purchased this property for cash, so we can send it to underwriting and prove that they're the legitimate owner. Until we get that document back, we can't close the deal. But we can start the process one day after the closing of the cash transaction.
After.
Yes, sir. There used to be a time that there was a thing called title seasoning that sometimes you had to wait 6 or 9 months before you could refinance. Now we could do it one day after the close.
Title seasoning, Mario, that's a good choice of words there. Title seasoning.
Title seasoning means the amount of time that the owner is on title. So different programs have different title seasoning requirements, and most of them in the past have been 6 months to a year, where you would be, for example, let's say you have a troubled borrower who has somebody that wants to help them get out of that loan and into a new loan. We can't just add somebody that's going to help them and do the transaction right away. That person has to be seasoned on the title for 6 months in order for them to assist them to get out of that mortgage. What happens is, in that type of case where that person may be in foreclosure and they have a family member that wants to help them, that is called a bailout, and that is not permitted. Okay. So if they had somebody like that, they could quit claim deed the person onto the title, wait 6 months, and then do the refinance. The risk then becomes that the person that is quit claim deed onto the title could become part of the foreclosure proceeding.
Wow.
So there's issues that have to be evaluated depending on how much the house wants to be salvaged.
As always, I learn every single week when we do this show with Mario Quintero. And if you're watching us for the first time, folks, there's no reason for you to deal with an unseasoned real estate professional. As you heard, Mario is all about the seasoning and the experience that he has in the real estate and mortgage world.
All about the flavor.
All about the flavor and the seasoning. Yes, that's a whole nother topic for a show. But do you have an online loan application system or a site that people can go to, Mario?
Yes, I mean, one of the ways that the industry has evolved, and we've had this now since 2005, we've had this app online, and you could literally do an online application for any type of mortgage at stmcloans.com. You could do it from your iPhone, from your iPad, from your laptop, from your home computer. You could do it at work. And a lot of people are very busy and they like the flexibility to do that from their home at night after they get home from work instead of coming here. So what happens is, when we have someone that prefers to do that versus coming in or us going to see them because of time constraints, we send them an email with the link and all the instructions of what to fill out and what not to fill out, and also a list of the documents that we're going to initially need. And then also, when they complete the online application, it automatically date stamps electronically 3 different disclosures. One that allows us to run their credit, and then the other 2 U.S. Patriot Act disclosures that are required by the federal government.
Nice.
So the system is pretty robust. It can take up as many borrowers as needed, 1 to 4 or 5, whatever is needed. The majority of loan apps have 1 or 2, the husband and the wife or the partner. But yes, we do have that system, and you could do it from your phone, your iPad, your laptop, a desktop, whatever.
So you've been taking online applications since 2005?
Since 2005.
You definitely are a seasoned professional in the industry.
I would say so.
I want to welcome Luis Morales, a good friend of mine, a developer, internet guru, and now turned mortgage broker and real estate agent, I believe. How's it going, Luis? Thank you for the broadcast.
Thanks for joining
Welcome, Joey. Welcome, Sergio. Folks, we are live with Mario Quintero, as we do every Thursday at the 4 o'clock hour. We're answering questions that have been asked in the past on this show. If you have any questions, you could just go ahead and leave them in the comments, and Mario will take the time now to answer them live. If you're watching us on the replay, you're not watching us live, you can leave questions in the comments as well. Mario gets to all of them, and he's able to help you. Mario, next question. Can a reverse mortgage hurt or cause my Medicaid benefits to be disqualified or canceled?
Yes.
Wow.
What happens is, in the state of Florida, there are 67 different Medicaid options, okay? So in most cases, they deal with, prescriptions, different coverages for serious illnesses and things of that nature. And Medicaid, in those cases, it could be for food stamps, a lot of different things. Again, there's 67.
That's a lot.
So what happens is, most of them have a cap of how much money that person can have in their bank account. And the maximum usually is $2,000 a month. So the best way to be able to fund a reverse mortgage is to take a monthly payment. where the amount of money that you need
Got
to
it.
supplement your lifestyle comes into your bank account. Let's say it's 1,000 or 1,500. It comes into your bank account, and by the end of the month or the next 30 days, the money's already gone out. It comes back in, it goes back out. So that is the best way to have the funds not affect your Medicaid benefits. You will not want to take a lump sum of, let's say, $50,000 or $100,000 and
Right.
put it into your bank account, because then it's going to hurt you. Now, we've had clients that their Medicaid benefit is only like, let's say, $50 a month for food.
Okay.
Okay, for food supplements, WIC. Okay, and they've decided to forget the WIC program and take a lump sum and say, you know what, I'm not going to sacrifice my lifestyle for $28 a month anymore, when I could have $100,000 sit in my bank account,
Right.
and I could have another $100,000 come in the next 12 months. So we've had situations where the customer has voluntarily given up those small benefits in order to have the cash reserves in their home. Now, if you have Medicare, the reverse mortgage has no impact or effect
Okay.
on Medicare.
Okay.
This is only for Medicaid programs. And once again, it's a decision. We're working with 2 families right now that are looking into it. One of them has to be extremely careful because of their physical eye conditions, and they have special treatments that they have to go do at Baskin Palmer. So they have to be pretty careful in how they make their decision, but more than likely we will have to go with a monthly payout in that situation.
A lot of interesting questions today, and a lot of topics that really the average person does not really may or may not have a full understanding of how it works. Mario, if anybody has any questions on any of these questions or topics, can they go ahead and call you for like a free consultation?
Yes, I mean, our office,
How much do you charge?
we do not charge for consultations.
You don't charge for consultation.
No, we
you,
do not.
You give information out for free.
We do.
Wow.
We do. So it's not all about the money. This is about helping people
I hear you.
and their dreams.
I hear you.
And their financial dreams and their home ownership and stuff like that.
Folks, if you're watching us live, we do this every Thursday. You can check out marioshomenews.com. There's a lot more video segments there. A lot of questions that you may find answers to. If you're thinking of buying, you're thinking of selling, if you're renting and you're tired of throwing your money away, marioshomenews.com. Check it out. There's a resource area and there's a video gallery area where Mario goes over multiple areas around real estate, mortgages, and it's just a world of knowledge out there, and I learn.
So I just want to add to what you just said right now.
Mario, I'm sorry to interrupt you. You know how hard it is to do the video when you have a peacock? when you have a family of peacocks looking at you, folks. I'm looking at Mario and I'm trying to keep a straight face on because
It's a beautiful blue.
we got a family of peacocks looking at us through the window.
So getting back to the loan application, you could go to marioshomenews.com,
Right.
and you could link in through there. You could go to stmcloans.com, you could link in through there, or you could go to stcloans.com and you could link in through there. So
Very
we make it
accessible.
as easy as possible for
Very
people
accessible.
to use that app.
And if somebody, they don't like to do the app process, online process, they want to do the old-fashioned way, I want to meet with you, Mario, what's the best number they can reach you at?
So the office number is 305-598-1600. My cell phone is 305-588-0451. So during business hours, it's better to call the office because I usually don't pick up my phone when I'm meeting with clients.
Very important, right?
Or I'm in a meeting. I do return my calls between 11 and 1 and 5 and 6 in the afternoon. And that's a way for me to properly manage my time and not be disruptive when I'm meeting with clients.
Folks, if you're watching for the first time, my name is Andy within South Florida. We are here at the One Stop Shop with Mario Quintero. the real estate and mortgage guru in South Florida, Mr. Clear to Close. And we do this show every Thursday at the 4 o'clock hour. Peacocks or no peacocks, we come to you every Thursday. And Mario, we have one last question that somebody had sent us. My mother wants to do a reverse mortgage. Have there been any changes to the financial assessment guidelines?
So financial assessment guidelines are very strict guidelines that were adopted by the reverse mortgage industry a few years ago, and there has been no change to that. We're somewhat hopeful that Secretary Montgomery, who was assigned to HUD, nominated last May of 2018, and who was the prior Secretary of HUD prior to the Obama administration. Secretary Montgomery is very pro reverse mortgage. It's just that he's cleaning up a lot of things and improving the technology.
Right.
And we're hopeful that once he gets caught up, that maybe they'll make some changes. In the meantime, the industry has come up with what they call portfolio products. These are reverse mortgage products that don't have the same guidelines as HUD. They're more flexible, and each lender has been introducing over the last 6 to 9 months their own version of a portfolio product.
Okay.
They started out with these products in more of a high net worth type of situation with homes and condos in the 500,000 and above. But as time goes on and some of those gain acceptance, they've been reducing the values that they're willing to do these in. So stay tuned. I think that better times are coming to get around this financial assessment, because that financial assessment actually affected 8 million seniors that were not able to qualify when they put this into law. And they didn't come up with an alternative at the time. So stay tuned. We're waiting for something to occur. Every day we're getting new portfolio products that are coming to market. We review them, and then once we get somebody who doesn't qualify because of financial assessment, we will look at putting them into
Excellent.
a portfolio product.
Excellent. Got a comment from Michael. Are we live? Michael, we are as live as can be.
Hi, Michael.
It is the 4 o'clock hour, so we are at the One Stop Shop happy hour. We are live. Welcome, Teresa. Welcome, Miguel. A lot of people to
Hi,
today's
Terry.
broadcast. So, Mario, with all the different programs and all the different avenues out there, is there a reason why anybody today should still be paying rent? I mean, this isn't a question. This is just me now asking you a question.
You know, not really. At least to be able to evaluate your personal situation. And if it's not today, maybe it's 6 months down the road, or maybe 9 months down the road.
Yep.
But there's no reason, with the vast menu of lending programs and situations with as little as 3% down, that someone should not be looking to try to get into the market and get a home and stop paying rent.
Folks, if you're watching today and you are renting, you need to pick up the phone and call Mario and just talk to him. The phone call is free. There's not going to be a charge. Just talk to him so you can see and evaluate your options. If you don't want to call, if you're phone shy, go ahead and go to marioshomenews.com. There's multiple links there. There's a form you can fill out. Welcome, Matthew. And just get in contact with Mario. There's a lot of options out there. If you are renting today in 2019, you have no reason to continue to rent. Talk to Mario. He may be able to put you in a home, your dream home, where you'll be able to live with your family, and you'll be able to save money, and you'll be able to amass your financial security going forward. Because when you're renting, you're basically throwing that money out the door.
You're throwing it away, and when you own a home, you're literally building equity, okay? And it's a form of savings,
Right.
while you're able to have certain deductions when you own a home that you can't deduct when you're renting a home. So there's a lot of benefits to home ownership. Yes, there's more responsibility. A home takes a little bit more to maintain on a regular basis, but Like they say, it's the American dream.
How do you answer the person that maybe is watching us live now or is watching the video and says, yeah, but I can't afford to buy. I cannot afford to buy.
They don't know that. They don't know that until they sit down and evaluate their financial situation. And there might be things in their financial situation that they perceive as a problem, which may not be a problem.
I think the answer is you can't afford to rent. You can't afford to continue renting.
Yeah.
I mean, well, so that's content for a future show, or check out marioshomenews.com. Again, there's a lot of information there. If this is your first time watching us, my name is Andy within South Florida. We're with Mario Quintero from the One Stop Shop, Mr. Clear to Close. And you can check out more of these videos at marioshomenews.com. There's a lot of content on there. So if you're thinking of buying, if you're thinking of selling your property, if you want a mortgage, reverse mortgage, whatever you want to do in the world of a financial realm when it comes to real estate or mortgages, pick up the phone, make a phone call. Mario's consultation and advice is completely free. And you never know. You never know what the rest of the year may bring to you.
That's right.
Awesome.
That's right.
Do you want to give them a heads up about next week's show?
So I don't know what we're going to talk
we'll
about
keep it
next
intense.
week. We'll keep it a secret until we see what develops over the next
so
week.
I've really enjoyed doing the show today among our friends out there, among the peacocks. Are you going to keep them around for next show?
I have no control over the peacocks. I don't know what's going to happen with these. This was a big surprise today when we got here today.
You never know what's going to happen when you're live and you got peacocks outside of your window. All right, folks.
Are you going to tell them about the orientation tonight?
Shall we?
Yeah, go ahead. Tell
All
them.
right. So, folks, if you're watching us live right now, that means you, Michael. That means maybe Ricky. That means Juan. If you're in the Kendall area and you want to meet business owners and you want to get connected to a great organization, let me talk to you a little bit about the Greater Kendall Business Association. My name is Andy, and I am the chairman of the association this year. Mario is on our board of directors, and we are both going to be leaving now to a new member orientation dinner, which is open to everybody, members or not, new members or existing members. And if you're a non-member and you're looking at us now live on Thursday, and you say, you know what, I don't want to cook, I don't want to go home to dinner, it's 6 o'clock. You can meet us at the Best Western Plus Kendall Hotel. That's on Kendall Drive and 122nd, right next to Bahama Breeze.
Behind the Barnes & Noble.
Behind the Barnes & Noble. You can't miss it. We know it as Kathy's Hotel, but if you put that into your maps, you're not going to find it. It's the Best Western Plus Kendall Hotel and Suites, right behind Barnes & Noble on Kendall Drive and 122nd. We're going to be there from 6 to 8:30. You're going to meet all of our board of directors. You're going to get to meet me. You're going to be able to get Mario's autograph, and you'll be able to really expand your business and grow your business, network with some amazing individuals, because the Greater Kendall Business Association is known as the friendliest place to do business. And let me tell you, if you look at our social media profiles and you look at our videos and you look at our organization, you will definitely agree.
My friend George is in Positano, Italy. He's watching from Italy. George, what are you doing awake still?
George.
It's about midnight over there.
I think he came for the peacocks.
You think so? Yeah. Enjoy your vacation. Ricky's out in San Diego playing golf for his birthday.
There you
hey,
go.
Ricky, how are you?
There you go. So this show that we've created for you is not just here in South Florida.
People are watching from all over the place.
This is going international.
This is amazing.
So are we going to see you on the big screen soon?
No, I don't think so.
No, I mean there's no shows up there with your name on them.
No, not yet.
No, not okay. Folks, if any agents are watching, give this guy a call. He's had a lot of practice. All right, folks. Andy here within South Florida on behalf of the One Stop Shop, Mario Quintero, Mr. Real Estate, Mr. Clear to Close.
The One Stop Shop.
The One Stop Shop. We'll catch you next Thursday.
And make sure you share this with your friends. You never know if one of these questions that we answered today could help somebody that you know.
Absolutely. And if you're renting, remember, stop renting. Don't write that check next month. Contact Mario.
No, you don't want to do that.
Don't write the check and contact Mario now. All right, folks. Have a great one. Thank you.
Have a great day.